Pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora, and elsewhere. Friends all, today I sit down here and a lot of things going through my mind, especially when I'm looking at the news. It is time you get confused when you're not getting the right news and everybody taking sides. Now, I am not the one that lives in Palestine or in Israel, but I sympathize with both sides of the people that losing their children and their entire family and many things. As an outsider, I'm looking at everything. And I wonder, what really is going on when our country that we are living in, the United States of America, a superpower, a police of the entire world, that go to every country to influence and train people to make this world a better place. At times I ask, what caused them to close their eyes and deaf their ears when they can see the truth and hear the noise about what is happening is wrong? But I guess if you have a friend and you want to protect him against the wrong thing he or she is doing, then you are not fair. For my philosophy is, I'd rather have 1,000 friends than have 999 enemies. Now, my friend is only about himself or herself, not about me. And that's a message for all superpowers. We have seen today where African leaders are speaking out against France, England, America, and all of them who they claim exploit them. And we hear the old saying about white man slavery, the Pan Am slave trade. But friends, if I was lashing in my back as a slave, I would always talk about it. But if my great-grandparents was beaten, and today I am driving in cars, motorcycle, helicopter, plane, have my own speedboat, kicking soccer, making millions and billions, singing and dancing and making billions, I will respect the past, what happened, and try not to make it happen again, and try to help the less fortunate of my race, who also was ancestors and struggled like mine. But we want the good side of life, but we continue bringing the ugly thing that we were not a part of, but our generation in the past. For they had made the sacrifice, and today we are looking at it differently. Not all black people are bad, or Indian, or Chinese, or European, or white people. In your family, they're good and bad. Good looking and ugly. In every society, there will be discrimination. But, which brings me back to Israel at present. I sympathize. My condolence goes out to those on both sides of the fence who lost their family. But this is not the first time, ladies and gentlemen. This has been going on for quite a while. Desmond Tutu of South Africa speak about it. He didn't live long after. Many others speak out against the wrong things. They even call Israel an apartheid system. Even unto today, on the news from England. Then I was made to understand again that in England, it's alleged, if you raise a Pakistani flag, you can be fined or go to jail. But you could raise a flag belonging to a country with a nation that Britain and America take them there. What an unfair. We condemn Saddam. We condemn many leaders. We kill a lot of them. Or we had hands in it because we believe in humanity and think they were doing wrong. But my friend, Killing should not be the answer towards the wrong things of another nation when we ourselves are wrong in many fractions of life. So who's right and who is wrong? I remember looking back, bulldozing house in Israel, Palestine. Young men throwing rocks at police or military. I look at journalists exposing it and only to realize they're being killed. And you call it accident. But there's a better judge. He sees it all. Now, a dog would fight for his puppy. A fowl hen will fight for her chicken. And many other animals will fight, and those are animals. What about a human? Not everybody will leave you to God. Many are willing to go with you to visit God. And yes, we have suicide bombers. We have the Kawasaki, or if I pronounce it right, the kamikaze. Men who would have crashed their plane into set example. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to say, who's right and who's wrong? Tell me, if I rob the bank, can I tell a man who robbed a store that he's wrong? No. The man would look back and say, what about the bank you robbed, man? But there is a God. And all who have hands in it shall feel the pain and bear the bitterness that's coming out too. Take Georgetown, Guyana. We have a brother living in Brooklyn or somewhere, summoned the Congress people, the Democratic people, and the way he portrayed the Indian government of Guyana and called them an installed government. Does that brother realize that the PNC had never won an election but was a coalition government, put them in power, and everyone was rigged after them? But Jimmy Carter make the difference. The United Force had given Burnham government 7 seats in unity. What become of it? Indian cursed the US because they're illiterate. If the DR did not do that, I don't think you would have Indian in Guyana. Now what happening in Israel and Palestine would have happened in Georgetown, Guyana. In the 60s, in Mackenzie, Wismar, Denham, Stell, Stouffville, somewhere in Berbice, not forgetting Agricola, MacDoom, not forgetting Plaisance and Boxer. If y'all people had done that to the Jews, if they had come to Guyana in 1947, I guarantee you they would have wiped the village out. What I'm trying to say, crime does not pay. Bulldozing people home, shooting rubber bullets or shooting tear gas and threatening them and taking away is not right. Don't matter what we do. If I, George Correct, is being told by somebody you will be king and nobody could touch you, but you got to kill some people, I'll be honest, I'd rather be a beggar than to rob a man the life that God gave to him, all because of greed, covetousness. I ask, will there ever be a police officer who wants to do the right thing unless taking bribe? Where's the UN? I'm looking at all the news. But we blame what one side do a couple days ago. And yes, we have a right. But it did not start there, ladies and gentlemen. Muslims believe in Allah, who the Prophet is Muhammad, peace be unto him. He was a warrior. His own family wanted to kill him, despite to save his life. And the Muslim also believe in revenge. But what amazed me, these two cousins can't agree. One says Shalom, the other one says Salam, and everybody in the world is in alarm. in an alarm. Why? For salam and shalom. Friends, it is time for we to stop this nonsense and make this world a better place. Not to covet people their land, not to give them time to run out and close water, light, and hospital from them that they can't get help and food. But we condemn Hitler. We condemn Saddam. We condemn Ho Chi Minh. We condemn so much, but we refuse to speak the truth. We refuse to act on behalf of humanity because we have friends. Come on. I am not saying who's right and who's wrong. You have the case on your table. Judge it for yourself. We have seen in Guyana, with the Venezuela and Guyana. We have seen the New River with Suriname. And guess who fighting for it? Indian and black people fighting for it. While on Venezuela side, then is also black and Spanish mixed up with other races. My friend, I believe what happened in Guyana is wrong. When it was ruled by the black people, not Desmond Hyde, being a black person, it was different. Burnham. David Granger say it's alleged too many young black boys in jail. He free a few people. Did he free the young black kid by the name of Moses Lancaster, who born with some sickness that he cannot retain consciousness and think quickly, but if he say 5 words, can that man think? But he was accused of murder on the highway with 2 Indian young men with an Indian taxi driver. But the 2 Indians are walking the street, but this young man, because he's black and buck, double B, he's in prison. Come on, President Ali. Use your authority to set that young man free. If you call yourself a Muslim and a man who believes in the teaching of Prophet Muhammad, open the jail and set a lot of prisoners free that do petty crime, because the biggest criminals are in the court with uniform as police officers and military and in the parliament and even in the church. And I'm not apologizing. But I call upon Bhagwan, Allah or God, for whatever wrong you all have done to innocent people by using the law to deny people justice, lock them up, beat them naked as they're born, and then give them medical facility like the black woman from Timeri Station that beat the young man, Mr. Snow, naked as he was born. She have children. May God teach her a lesson. May God take them away from her. Or may they have an accident and cripple. And I'm saying that here. Now I understand Israel is carrying a bloodbath for revenge, even though they may have been wrong in the past and present. And Hamas is wrong to kill innocent people. But then again, if you vote, you are not innocent. If you vote for a leader and he commits a crime, you have given that ability. That is why I like the Jehovah Witness. So, my friend, nothing will last forever. Hitler was a bad man, as they claim. What become of him? History only have him. What happened in Russia with his army? They were freezed to death. We have the Russian leader now. It's only time what will become of all these fools that are holding genocide against one another. So it will be for all these dictators who are ordering killing of innocent people. And I will tell you here today, by the will of Allah, Bhagwan or God, I don't think the United Nations is fit to handle this, because they could call for a ceasefire, sending the UN security force disarm and pass a rule if what I heard is true, because the Jews were supposed to be in Guyana. But England and America said no, turn into the Palestinian country. Now it got me worried. If the Palestine or the children of Abraham through Agar, the Indian woman that he raped, and they claim the wife tell him to have sex with her, as she could get you. And then he put the woman to die in the wilderness, he on a donkey or a camel, drove her out with a child. And they can fight on unto now. And they're first cousins. And we are watching to see how innocent children are dying, and mothers and children and bombs are raining everywhere. So I call upon you, the black race of Guyana, stop this thing called emancipation. You were not emancipated. The ancestors. Accept your birthrights. And you East Indians, stop this day of arrival. And you did not arrive unless you come up from the stomach of your mother. Accept where you were born. Everybody came from somewhere or the other. And if the Bible and Quran is true, then we should look for the Garden of Eden. All right? Stop the war and fighting against each other. Unite and do good in this world to each other. Okay? The Muslims say, and people Christians says, revenge is the Lord, leave it to him. But God threw Lucifer out of heaven, and he is God. And he and Lucifer will be here forever and ever. Nobody see that you don't know how to look. But you're robbing me my property, pulling out my surveyor pin, bribing the court, bribing the surveyor. And when I decide to speak up, you pay police to beat me, lock me up, and you pay criminals to kill me. So when I decide to wipe your family out now, society says I am wrong. Where were effing society when you were doing me all the wrong things? I don't have a right to make nobody's life hard or miserable or create chaos for people. And you don't have a right to do it. All right? I believe if you lie on somebody, you must be executed. And if you thief, your hand must chop out. If you take people's property away, and the government set up a fair trial, and it proved that you lied, everything you got must be taken away and given to the person you accused. Dig a deep hole and put you and your family down in it. And y'all are wicked. How long y'all got to live on the face of this earth, man? I have seen billionaire and millionaire can't even wipe their ass right now because of sickness. Don't even have taste. Some of them walking like if they're born crippled. My brother, in the name of God, I call upon every one of us. Let's unite and make this world a better place. Subscribe to my channel, press the bell, so you get the next update with me. I am your host, Dr. Ryan. Thank you.